I continue to be surprised. The plot development is indeed somewhat unexpected. Are you serious? A flash of inspiration suddenly crossed my mind. The system did not indicate an increase in favorability, but Wan Ning's attitude is clearly softening. However, Wan Ning's brows furrowed at this retort. Never mind. Let's pretend I didn't say anything. How can this be okay? I'll pull her down. A pair of eager eyes stared. With a hint of hope, Wan Ning thought. If there were a little tail behind me, it would definitely wag joyfully. She stared calmly, hearing me say anxiously, since I promised someone, I must follow through. Extra lessons. Let's catch up on lessons now. Wan Ning felt her eyelids twitching. She pushed my hand away. Wait for me to get the textbook. I watched Wan Ning walk upstairs. Ask the system. How do you define this favorability value? The antagonist's inner contempt value. I let out a disdainful chuckle. I think your system may have a bug 7. Look at Wan Ning. She doesn't seem to dislike me at all. Have you forgotten? The system lightly reminded me from the other side. In the original setup, Wan Ning was also nice to the original owner. What was the purpose? My scalp tingled. Wan Ning had already come down from upstairs, carrying her old backpack. She seemed a bit surprised when she saw me. Why are you still standing here? I felt a bit awkward. I rubbed my hands together. Wan Ning twitched the corner of her mouth. My house only has one desk. It's all worn out. It looks like it's about to fall apart. It's clear that it hasn't experienced much. There isn't a single book on it. Wan Ning swayed while supporting herself. She immediately turned and placed her backpack on the coffee table. In fact, there are many moments I really can forget. Things like dying at the hands of Wan Ning. For example, the surname is right beside me, occasionally guiding me through problems. It seems like she's really strategizing for my future. You're clearly very smart. Wan Ning held my new test paper. The places where I made mistakes. Most of them are due to carelessness in the results. If before they said I copied it from somewhere. But this time I was doing it right under their nose. Not allowed to take leave. I never said I was stupid. I quietly retorted. So I heard the system's rebuttal. If you have the ability, don't ask me. Let's see if you can solve this math problem. I'm so annoyed, shut up. I angrily cursed. Wan Ning closed the book. I've searched a billion times. You can look at the book yourself. I'm leaving first. I really didn't pursue it any further. As soon as she left, I tossed the pen and asked the system, resting my chin on my hand. I always feel like she has no intention of killing me. Is there any twisted romance during this time in the original play? The system was actually useful this time. I had it check a few things. Summarized it. Yes, there is. In the original book, the original owner's brother once approached Wan Ning. Furthermore, she will also meet the male lead 3 times. One of the instances will increase the target's affection for the male lead. When did this happen? I jumped up. There are only a few days left in this half-month. Even if I can't manage my own favorability, I can't let Wan Ning's feelings for the male lead grow darker. A female supporting character won't end up with the male lead. It's only these few days, I suppose. The system was vague. How can that be allowed? I quickly got back on my feet. I hurriedly grabbed my bag. I need to keep a close watch on Wan Ning. I can't let anyone take advantage of this opportunity to corner me. Wan Ning's workplace has become upscale. It's turned into a cafe. I won't be foolish enough to go into the store. So I specifically go to hang out at the milk tea shop across the street. A cup of milk tea every day. Sitting there until Wan Ning gets off work. Then secretly following her back. I've gotten familiar with the staff at this milk tea shop over the past few days. Some people even tease me. How beautiful. You like that pretty sister, huh? Are you bold enough to pursue her? You're so handsome. She will definitely be moved. I've been waiting eagerly. It's time again for Wan Ning to get off work. I quickly packed up and lifted the half-drawn cup of milk tea. I hurriedly rushed out. I always kept a distance of 10 steps behind Wan Ning. I've thought it all out. If I'm discovered, I'll just say I came to drink milk tea. It has nothing to do with Wan Ning. Wan Ning swayed unsteadily. A smile tugged at the corners of her mouth. She spotted an alley, pulling someone without them noticing. She slipped directly into it. Just a moment ago, I was still looking down. And when I looked up, the person had vanished. Realizing this, I quickly took 2 steps forward. I glanced around everywhere. It had only been a few minutes since I looked down. With just my body. I heard a cold voice behind me. You finished the paper I asked you to write. I turned around, and saw Wan Ning leaning against the wall of the alley. She appeared somewhat indifferent. The girl's figure was slender, about 7 meters tall, dressed in a cafe uniform, giving off an air of unapproachability. The white shirt accentuated her graceful and unconventional beauty. Her every gesture exuded a distinct charm. Why do you follow me every day? Wan Ning's words knocked me off my feet. I set down the milk tea I was holding. The deceptive words hadn't been spoken yet. I resignedly said, "How did you find out? Is someone following me? They might follow you closely every day." Lowering my head. "You didn't even try to cover it up. Do you think I'm blind or stupid?" I argued back. "I did not. I was just worried about you." "Worried about what?" Wan Ning looked a bit surprised. I held on to the hem of my clothes. I looked up and said, "You're so good looking. What if someone else takes notice? Furthermore, this is your work uniform." "How is this a work uniform? It's obviously eye-catching." Wan Ning listened to my words with a blank expression. I took 2 steps towards her, when suddenly she yanked me back hard. In a swift turn, I crashed against the wall. I pressed myself against her. I caught a faint scent of mint. I looked up to meet her deep-set eyes. I couldn't help but hold my breath. She let out a soft laugh from her throat. Her voice was as pleasant as a clear spring. "You just like me this much. Sticking close all the time. I have a better method for you. Can make you never leave me. Do you want to give it a try?" In Wan Ning's almond eyes, a flicker of unpredictable light sparkled. I hesitated for a moment and said with a smile, Wan Ning hates me. This kind of hatred seems to be subtly influencing me." Wan Ning's long, slender fingers were tightly gathered. She slowly approached. Her cherry lips gently brushed against the corner of my lips. Her voice was gentle, as if soothing a child. "Don't say such things to me." My heart was trembling. Because in that moment, I heard the system malfunctioning. The values were crazily fluctuating. Villains favorability value, 50 villains favorability value, 10 villains favorability value, 99. Are you crazy? I don't know if it's the system's madness. Or if it's Wan Ning's madness. In the moment when our lips touched, I heard that my feelings had turned positive. We had just separated. That damn beauty changed her mind. I have bad breath. Going home to write an essay. Shen Weining turned around gracefully, long hair gently swaying. Left me stunned in place for quite a while. Weining didn't even know what she was thinking. She wanted to kiss me. Just that moment of impulse. The boy's appearance made her heart race. Her lips were unbelievably soft, tempting her to want to delve deeper. In that moment, she felt an unprecedented panic. Her delicate hand unconsciously grazed her chest. This weak, calming her restless heartbeat. Never thought anyone could shake her emotions like this. Only took half a month. Gu Shiyan is a devil. She kept numbing herself. Delicate fingers clenched into a fist. She must be waiting to reel her in. Then ruthlessly shake her off. To see her in a mess. Gu Shiyan has done this kind of thing before. Weining felt she had been careless. Lin Zixuan had come out to buy stationery with a few classmates. When he saw Weining alone through the roadside window, her face slightly flushed. Weining is truly beautiful, especially wearing a white shirt. Her cool elegance carried a hint of distance. It gives off a mysterious aura with a sense of story. Especially captivating, particularly for a sunny and cheerful guy like Lin Zixuan. He remembered. Weining hadn't added his LXFS at all. He frowned slightly. He put down his pen and chased after her. Weining. Lin Zixuan called out behind her. Wan Ning paused for a moment. She turned her head and saw Lin Zixuan's joyful expression. He is always confident and radiates light. This made Wan Ning envious. "Did you just come back from JZ? The college entrance examination is coming up soon. Are you still so tired?" Wan Ning's expression was calm. "It's fine." Lin Zixuan noticed her disinterested demeanor. He asked somewhat awkwardly. "Has Gu Shiyan been bothering you lately?" She heard a name she didn't want to hear. Wan Ning slightly furrowed her brows. "Is there something you need?" "The contact method I gave you last time. I noticed you haven't added me in a while." Lin Zixuan asked tentatively. Wan Ning bit her lip. "Although some things are hard to say out loud, but it's also the truth. I don't have a phone. So I don't have those apps either. I'm sorry." Lin Zixuan's expression changed. He actually forgot that Wan Ning's family background wasn't very good. Otherwise, she wouldn't be working at her age and at this time. "I'm sorry. I didn't take that into consideration." He quickly changed the subject. "Have you decided which school you want to apply to?" "Jiang University." Wan Ning and Lin Zixuan have a bit of connection too. He's a very justice-driven guy. Many times she was drawn to me in a playful way. He would appear right in front of her at just the right moment. Like a knight descending from the heavens. There is always a feeling that it is unreachable. "Really? I'm also planning to apply to the computer science department at Jiang University." Wan Ning glanced up. This coincidence seemed a bit too perfect. But she felt surprised. She hasn't spoken yet. People turned and saw me behind Lin Zixuan. She just looked at me like that. Full of disbelief. For a moment. Wan Ning felt a pang of guilt. Lin Zixuan said cheerfully. "If we went to Jiangda together, we could become great friends, right?" I feel like we get along really well. We get along well. My voice was somewhat gritting my teeth. That NTM really goes with everything. Anyone can get along. I already said it last time. Stay away from my girlfriend. A smile played at the corners of my mouth. I'm truly impressed by this original world setup. It took less than 10 minutes. We met as we were supposed to. And I had to hear such disgusting words. Lingering ghost. Lin Zixuan described me like this. There was really not a single mistake. A look of embarrassment flashed across his face. Then it turned to shame. San said. What does this have to do with you? Can you have some dignity? I let out a cold laugh. Wan Ning is my girlfriend. You say, does she concern me? Girlfriend. You think you know better, don't you? My words directly hit Lin Zixuan's sore spot. He flinched a bit. Lin Zixuan has suffered countless losses at my hands. Now seeing her eat makes me feel naturally pleased. Before Jiang could step on my foot, I heard Ji Weining say, it's not about being self-righteous. I really am his girlfriend. Lin Zixuan's words were suddenly taken back. My face also showed a confused expression. What Ji Weining just said is true. I started to have auditory hallucinations. Let's go. Let's go home. Mu Weining waved at me. She left, engrossed in her own thoughts. When the child brushed past Lin Zixuan, there was a sense of boasting in it. What was I saying? Pretty boy. Hurry up. Ji Weining was not far from them. She naturally heard my provocative words. I shouted loudly for her to come. She hopped over to her side like a rabbit. My face was filled with joy. I had long forgotten that I had already drunk half a cup of milk tea. Lian walked over. Do you want to give it a try? It's so sweet. Wan Ning was momentarily stunned. Her eyes were fixed on the bitten straw. Don't drink. I'll drink it. I don't feel embarrassed at all. Humming a little tune. The joy of holding the milk tea while drinking. Sometimes, Wan Ning really thinks. Am I thinking too much? I really look stupid. It's so simple. And very easy to satisfy. As long as she makes a little gesture of goodwill. My eyes are filled like shattered stars. Shining brightly as I look at her. It's strangely touching. When Wan Ning thought about this, the pace of my steps quickened a little, trying to leave me far behind. I talked to Ji Wan Ning about many things along the way. For example, today I saw a mischievous little kid at the milk tea shop. And I also mentioned seeing a couple. These are all insignificant little things in life. But I can't stop thinking about it. If you have this mindset towards your studies, it would be easy for you to get into a good university. As soon as I hear about studying, I took a long breath of relief. What if I can't go to school? Ji Weining looked at me. She seemed a bit confused. What does that company mean? It means, what if my life is very short? Have you heard a saying? Mu Weining interrupted me. She said, disasters last for 1,000 years. You are worse than a disaster. It's impossible to have a short life. My heart skipped a beat. A smile of joy appeared on my face. At this moment, Mu Weining didn't seem to have any murderous intent towards me. This made me very happy. Qing said with a laugh. Then you must live to be 100 years old too. Boring. Mu Weining brushed me off. Her ears were tinged with a blush. Suddenly, she thought of something. If the boring question of living 100 years together comes up, Ji Wan Ning didn't expect to be seen by her mother while entangled with me. She looked like she had just gone out to buy groceries. Standing under the tree, watching Mu Wan Ning, there was a moment of clarity, and then quietly turned her head away. Ji Wan Ning irritably avoided my hand. I still hadn't noticed this subtle change. Then I asked Miao again. What's wrong with you? I'm serious. I want to study hard and go to Jiang University with you. How about we study medicine then? Why are you so set on me studying medicine? This was the second time Ji Wan Ning heard me propose this. She really disliked it before, but now she seems to be more curious about it. I stammered for quite a while. I made up a random excuse. I think studying medicine suits you very well. In the future, you could wear that kind of white uniform. It will make you look especially beautiful. My eyes are shining. Like they're eager to prove they're right. Gave a quick blink. I'm telling the truth. Shallow. I'll leave first. Ji Wan Ning glanced at her mother who was still under the tree. Pretending that our relationship was just ordinary, she chatted a bit more with me. Then she casually went over to help her mother with the groceries. I finished work early today. Ji Wan Ning said. Yi Qing looked at me a few more times and asked. That young man is a classmate. The moment I saw Yi Qing, I finally understood why Ji Wan Ning suddenly chatted with me for a bit. To avoid disturbing the mother and daughter, I quietly followed from a distance. Do you live here too? Why haven't I heard you mention it before? Yi Qing was looking at me. Doesn't seem like someone from a poor place. Good looking. Good temperament as well. Not someone who studied dance. He must be the wealthy young master of some family. Just moved here. Yi Qing's eyes darkened. Understood something. Suddenly said. You like her. We are just classmates. Wan Ning's words were filled with an irresistible meaning. Yi Qin nodded with a keen self-awareness. Did not continue this topic. She is very curious about me. Did not expect to meet the next day. Yi Qin left early. Saw me awkwardly carrying 2 cups of soy milk upstairs. When I saw Yi Qin, my body reacted inexplicably. Are you Wan Ning's classmate? I swallowed my saliva. Anxious and restless. Nervously lowered my head. Yes. Why didn't you go to school either? Yi Qin knew about Wan Ning dropping out to study at home. Although she said it's unnecessary to go to school now. But Yi Qin knew very well in her heart. She just wanted to reduce some family burdens. Just a bit more money. She is useless. I often feel sorry for my own child. I made a small mistake at school. I'm a little afraid of saying the wrong thing. Auntie. I want to ask if Wan Ning is home. She is. Yi Qin thinks I might like Wan Ning. Because when I mention Wan Ning, there is a sparkle in my eyes. Can I go ask her for tutoring help? I planned to say. I added another sentence. I won't let her help me for free. I'm not good at studying. Wan Ning studies well. So that's why I. Go ahead. Yi Qin interrupted my stammering words. How could anyone not see that? Between classmates. Don't mention anything about helping or not. Our Wan Ning has never had many friends. If someone can communicate with her more, I would be very happy already. I'm going to work. You should hurry and find him. After Yi Qin said this, paused and stiffened, added, actually, our Wan Ning is a very good child. I know. I can understand a mother. I had raised a son in a different world before. Wan Ning has always been lonely. Yi Qin can understand. I looked up and smiled at Yi Qin. Wan Ning is not only good, she is also very outstanding. Thank you, auntie. I'll go find her first. Walk slowly. I hopped away. Yi Qin watched me carefully knocking at her door. Sighed. Wan Ning's first reaction upon hearing the doorbell was that her mother forgot to bring something. When she opened the door and saw me, she seemed a bit dazed. Her hair had just been washed. Water was dripping down from the tips of her hair. A white towel was hanging around her neck. She was wearing a white t-shirt on her upper body. Her collarbone was stunningly beautiful. How did you come here? I inexplicably blushed and felt my heart race. Turned my face away. I handed over the soy milk in my hand. I came to bring you food. Wan Ning glanced over. She frowned slightly, but she still took it effortlessly. Actually, I have already eaten. There are still unwashed bowls and chopsticks on the table. She instinctively blocked my view. Seeing me peeking over for a look, she showed a silly, innocent smile. I just saw your mother. Wan Ning's body a reaction. Her gaze darkened. Did you say anything to her? I didn't. I shook my head. Pretending to be clueless. Play dumb. I haven't forgotten what I said in anger back then. I wanted to take it out on her mom. This Wan Ning. That's not just an ordinary memory. I told auntie. I'm here to tutor you. The aunt is quite happy. She wants me to come visit you often. Wan Ning is looking at my face. It's like she wants to figure out some hidden meaning. Finally, don't begin. There's nothing else, right? Exactly. I saw many questions on the test yesterday that I didn't understand. Wan Ning interrupted me before I could finish. I'll go check it out later. Now I have some things to do. It's not convenient for you to come in and sit. As soon as Wan Ning finished saying this, the door clicked shut, locking me outside. I touched my nose. Luckily, I was far away. Otherwise, I would have bumped my head. I curled my lips. I let out a snort. Sundra stubborn Sundra. Such at Sundra. Wan Ning glanced at the breakfast in her hands. Later, she found out. This breakfast shop is on the other side of the park. It's quite far from here. Regardless, I went there specifically. I brought it along for her out of convenience. She was a bit unaccustomed to this feeling. It's just her own mother. No one has ever been as black-hearted towards her. The pen in my hand kept spinning. Wan Qin helped me grade the papers. I leaned over and smiled at the page filled with red checks. Am I making progress again? There's less than a week until the college entrance exam. These past 2 days. Wan Qin was silent for a while. You should review the key points I noted for you. You are indeed very enlightening. But the previous lessons were too lacking. Especially in Chinese. It's impossible for you to memorize the entire text now. So, try to remember some of the exercises I left for you. Maybe you'll stumble upon something useful. You mean, with my grades? Can I get into Jiangda with this? I don't care about that. I have a system. If the system wants me to complete the task smoothly, I can only obediently provide the correct answers. Perhaps. Wan Qin said. She suddenly felt that fate was playing tricks on her. Just like me, a good for nothing for many years. Now, learning it seems to be equivalent to someone else's years of hard study. Is there any fairness left in this? And he's also handsome. He is rich as well. This kind of boy. Wherever he goes, he seems to have no shortage of admirers. But why is he fixated on her alone? Wan Ning thought. She has nothing at all. Except for this face. I say every day that her looks are good. But in reality, those rich young ladies are even more delicate than her. They can also dress up. Wan Ning particularly hated this feeling. Hard to read. And wants to hold on. She even wanted to crack open my brain to take a look. To see if the thought processes inside are different from an ordinary person's. Just fine. I cradled my face and smiled widely. I want to be with you for a lifetime. Wan Ning felt her whole life was changed by this one sentence. Her heart trembled slightly. She lowered her head in inquiry. Today, she unusually didn't insult me at all. Instead, she murmured a sentence. You're still young. You've seen the world. Don't say things like that. I'm serious. I said. More real than gold. Besides, you like me, right? I felt like I was treading on dangerous ground. But I understood nothing at all. Wan Ning lacked love. Many perverts end up that way because of a lack of love. Of course. Except for purebred BTs. You admitted to Lin Zixuan that I was your girlfriend before. You weren't like this before. I tugged at her hem. Her eyes narrowed like a cat's. I'm right, aren't I? Day in and day out. I don't know what you're thinking about. Wan Ning furrowed her brow tightly. I said I wouldn't like you. Wan Ning said. I'm just being grateful. If you're good to me, I'll be good to you. Then I like you. Doesn't that mean you'll like me even more? I smiled slightly. This is what gratitude and reciprocity are all about, right? I still want Jay-Z. I'm leaving now. Wan Ning was a bit rushed when she left. She didn't even take her practice book with her. She hurried in with her backpack. I was on the sofa, holding my stomach, laughing so hard that tears were streaming down. During this time, I could hear the level of affection rising steadily. It stayed at an affection level of 35. Suddenly, it changed to 99. I've grown used to it. The system can make mistakes in S-level tasks. That seems to make sense. Because my system assistant once said, it had never encountered S-level tasks before. As for what its previous hosts had done, that led to the failure of the tasks. I never asked. Wan Ning had been a bit out of it all day. The coffee shop owner asked her if she had fought with her boyfriend. Wan Ning was taken aback. Her ears turned red. Where did this boyfriend come from? The guy who hides in a milk tea shop across the street waiting for you every day. I saw you both walking together yesterday. Isn't he your boyfriend? Wan Ning glanced at the milk tea shop across the street. My reflection was no longer there behind the glass window. She felt an emptiness in her heart. It was as if she had lost something. This feeling was both strange and sudden. No. Wan Ning wiped the table. She tried to shake all her thoughts out of her head. But things didn't go as she wished. Wan Ning was the first customer of the morning. Came with bad intentions. She was dressed in designer brands. A proud, distinctive air. A pair of beautiful eyes surveyed the area and asked, "Who is Wan Ning?" Her face looked like she was looking for trouble. Some guests looked over here. Wan Ning put down the menu in her hands. She stood in front of a woman who was not much taller than her. I am Wan Ning. May I ask what you would like to order? It's you. The woman scrutinized Wan Ning's outfit from head to toe. The mockery in her eyes was already apparent. Nice to meet you. I am Gu Shiyan's sister. Wan Yu. My purpose for coming today is very simple. Wan Yu took out a YXQ from her pocket. Leave my brother. Leave Jiang City. Wan Ning felt that this scene was somewhat familiar. It seemed like something she had seen in some cheesy soap opera. The male lead's wicked mother threw money in the female lead's face, saying to leave my son. Wan Ning used to think that such a scene could never happen in real life. Looking at it now, the source of novels and dramas is reality, and the harsh reality of high-ranking officials. Wan Ning smiled slightly, tugging at the corners of her lips. You are the one mentioned by Shiyan. Stole the TBB. Visiting with the mistress. By Jian's sister. Long time no see. Gu Wanyu's expression suddenly changed. You're bold. Do you know what will happen? What do you think will be the outcome of saying that? I don't know. Never thought about it. Wan Ning made a gesture. If you are not dining here, please leave. Don't disturb other guests while they are dining. Xiang Wanyu changed her tone. Qing Tai looked at her lightly. I would like a cup of hand-ground iced coffee. Without milk. She pulled out $100 bill from her pocket. Here you go. Sorry. The hand-ground iced coffee is 150 yuan. Wan Ning took the money with both hands. With her brows and eyes lowered. Her attitude showed no signs of error. Gu Wanyu's face flushed. Somewhat embarrassed and angry. He pulled out another 100 from his pocket. Here you go. No need to look. Consider it your tip. Thank you. Wan Ning exchanged a 50 from the cash register. She really slipped it into her own pocket. Gu Wanyu saw her action. The mocking expression on her face was something she had never seen before. Just this poor loser. A $50 tip can make someone work like a dog. I really don't know how much water has gone into Gu Shiyan's head. When Wan Ning brought the coffee, Gu Wanyu tripped. She didn't expect that Yuan Wanyu would be so treacherous. Her hand shook. The entire coffee cup flew out. It splashed all over Wanyu. Revenge for personal grievances. Wanyu had a calm look on her face. The coffee cup shattered. The shop owner ran out of the room. He didn't know what had happened before. Upon seeing the clothes on Gu Wanyu, heavily stained, she quickly apologized with Wan Ning. I'm sorry, dear customer. Our staff has not been feeling well these past few days. Don't say so much to me. Gu Wanyu took off the coat that had been splashed with coffee. She placed it on the table. The boss hurriedly picked it up. I will take it to the dry cleaner. I'll clean it and bring it back to you. No need. The boss's face lit up with joy. Just as he was about to praise Gu Wanyu, he heard her say, I've never washed clothes from BC before. Pay up. This clothing came from Italy. I'll give you a 20% discount. 8,000 yuan. Who are you? The boss turned pale. You can tell this is a high-end brand, but I didn't expect it to be so expensive. Gu Wanyu tapped her fingers on the table. She glanced sideways at Wan Ning. She has money. Wan Ning lifted her gaze. She looked a bit confused. The way she picks fights is really childish. Wan Ning hasn't finished speaking. Wan Ning hasn't played with Yuan Gong yet. I forcefully shoved Lin Zishuan, who was about to come in. He scrambled and crawled almost to Wan Ning's side. When I came in, I only heard something about money. Then I looked at the clothes in the cafe owner's hands. I quickly shielded Wan Ning behind me. Gu Wanyu. Who allowed you to come here? The moment Gu Wanyu saw me, her expression changed. The earlier bossy and arrogant demeanor vanished without a trace. Acting like a good older sister. Shi Yan. You haven't been home in a long time. Our parents asked me to find you. I don't want to discuss this matter with you. I don't even want to acknowledge her. Turning to Wan Ning. What did she just say to you? It's none of your business. Gu Wanyu looked at my stubborn profile. She said, this is my mistake. This piece of clothing will be fine after a wash. You'll have to pay 8,000 yuan. Isn't that making things difficult for someone? Wan Ning works diligently at the store. She has a proper attitude. The boss really likes this kid. I couldn't help but say a few more words for her. Wan Ning frowned slightly. She cast an unfriendly glance at the boss. She felt he was overstepping. 8,000 yuan. I immediately flew off the handle. Don't even mention getting involved. Right now, Wan Ning probably has nothing. Why don't you go and grab it then? I'm not sure what to make of this. I know Gu Wanyu came deliberately to cause trouble. Probably just to curry favor with her dad. Just to please her dad. This is quite scheming. Just like her mom in that regard. Bossy and arrogant. I've seen Wan Ning in too many awkward situations. Sometimes, Wan Ning keeps turning things over in her mind. She always feels that if her life were just a bit more beautiful, it would be better. This way, no one will be able to control me. I won't feel helpless in this situation either. Don't say anything. This is the first time I've been this bold. The reason is quite simple. Although I don't know what Wan Ning said to Gu Wanyu in the original setting. But Jie is indeed due to Huan Jingyu. I hate the Gu family even more. Even after taking over the Mu family, they spared no effort to crush the Gu family. And they forced my family to the brink of death. Driving people mad. Gu Wanyu was also sent to prison. Serving a life sentence. So, such people cannot be tolerated. 8,000 yuan, right? I'll give it to you. I'll open her contact info. I'll transfer money immediately. Take your money and roll. Don't come to me anymore. I feel really carefree at this moment. Gu Wanyu squinted at my eyes. Shi Yan. How long are you going to make a scene? If you don't want to marry Jiang Yuyao, just tell your sister. Your sister will take care of it for you. Why not go home? Dad misses you a lot. Gu Wanyu sighed. I twitched my lips. What does he think of me? He wants me to have a hard time. Can you stop talking nonsense? You're not welcome here. I don't want to see you either. What gives you the right? Do you even have the standing to say that to me? Gu Wanyu's expression was unpredictable. I grabbed Wan Ning's sleeve. Come with me. When I left, I bumped hard into Lin Zishuan's shoulder. There was no hint of an apology in my anger. I said with a sharp tone. Sorry about that. I noticed the skin. Of course I know, if it weren't for the system suddenly reminding me this time. The crucial plot point is coming. What will happen next? Lin Zishuan's family doesn't have much money. But he received a lot of lucky money. He would help Wan Ning out in this situation. Wan Ning really craves love. She would cherish even the slightest kindness for a long time. Especially since she has locked on to Lin Zishuan's persona as a nice guy. His kindness towards her will only multiply. I absolutely cannot allow this to happen. Why are you here? Wan Ning thinks my sudden appearance is too coincidental. There are many doubts. Although it wouldn't make her suspect that I orchestrated this hero-saving scenario in this life. But she would still be quite curious. I just felt discomfort in my heart. So I thought I should come to see you. I said this with wide eyes, speaking nonsense. I just arrived at the store entrance. And saw Gu Wanyu sitting inside. So I was afraid she might do something to you. What can she do to me? Mu Wanning let out a chuckle. She definitely won't give it. She is now suspicious. In my eyes, she is just a delicate flower. She can't withstand even a little wind or rain. She's not a good person. I said this. It's particularly forced. In this world, the biggest villain is Mu Wanning. Saying such things in front of her is no different from telling a joke. But Mu Wanning didn't. She snorted with a laugh. Her tone inevitably softened, chuckled and said, "She really isn't a good person. I don't want to go to work anymore. Treat me to a meal, will you? After all, she was looking for trouble because of you. You take responsibility." Mu Wanning suddenly made this request. I was both surprised and delighted. What surprised me was that this isn't something a handsome person would say. What made me happy was, I feel one step closer to Mu Wanning. Although, the system alerts that the villain's favorability is still -99. But I simply believe this is a system malfunction. Good. Sounds good. What do you want to eat? I felt my face flush. Mu Wanning had seen many boys blush when they looked at her. But it was the first time she found that expression quite intriguing. She suddenly recalled the small alley at night. I looked at her with eyes full of panic. My gaze was like that of a startled rabbit. After listening for a long time, I felt some strange things. A translation that came from who knows where. Mu Wanning has always thought I was dirty. My private life is chaotic. In reality, I really acted very casually directing my gaze at her, intentionally teasing her. This made her feel anxious at the same time. She couldn't help but feel a bit of resentment. If her background were a bit better, with better qualifications. I am here. Just someone who can be easily manipulated. But she isn't. I said I liked her face. This caused her to toss and turn a lot of panic. If I meet someone more attractive in the future, wouldn't she be ruthlessly abandoned? After all, Jian is very superficial. This kind of Cinderella and Prince Charming love story has always been fraught with difficulties. She just wants me to get tired of this game early, so that she won't be so hard on herself. I am really seriously planning where to take Mu Wanning shortly. I've said a lot of things. Saying she can't eat cold foods. Japanese food is out of the question. Saying her stomach isn't good. She also needs to avoid chili. After thinking back and forth, I said, should we buy a little to cook at home? I said, actually, I can cook a little bit too. I suddenly wanted to make it for you. Mu Wanning's phone is rolled to 7. I can indeed cook. Having endured the devastation of various worlds, I wear many hats. I have almost filled all the points I can. When 2 small dishes and the egg drop soup were served. If that plate looks good, Mu Wanning. The dishes emit a fragrant aroma. Frowned. I didn't expect you could really cook. Of course, it's hot. I especially love making soup. Especially egg drop soup. Never get tired of drinking it. The reason it's cooked so hot. I've also forgotten the reason it's so hot. I also forgot. Mu Wanning was about to pick up the bowl of soup with shrimp shells and seaweed floating in it. She paused in surprise. An inexplicably familiar scene flashed in her mind. Just for a moment. Then it vanished without a trace. The next time I am surrounded, will you also appear? Mu Wanning suddenly said this sentence. Then I looked up. She looked at me with a dark and unclear gaze. I found a problem. My heart skipped a beat. When she said her first sentence, I was already so nervous that my hands started to shake. My voice was a bit stammering. Without any confidence. What problem? Why do you dislike Lin Zixuan so much? I didn't feel that way before. This time, Mu Wanning saw Lin Zixuan and me appearing at the same time. Only then did she start to pay attention to it. As long as Lin Zixuan appears, I always seem to be present at just the right time. My hostility towards Lin Zixuan is indeed too obvious. I picked up a piece of vegetables with my chopsticks. My gaze was drifting. There's none. To be honest. Mu Wanning's tone was cold to a degree. I have seen powerful female protagonists before. That's called the protagonist's halo. But someone with such a heavy villain's aura. Mu Wanning is the first one I've encountered. Yes. I don't like him. I can't hide it from her. I picked my head up and declared earnestly. I don't want you to have contact with her. Not at all. Why? You won't have a good outcome with him. My tone was very firm. Mu Wanning raised her peach blossom-like brows. She asked back. Will I have a good outcome with you? Mu Wanning's voice was very soft. It sounded like a joke. I was momentarily stunned. I collected my thoughts. I hesitated to say it. First of all, Mu Wanning would kill me. Although that possibility is very low right now. But if the mission is completed, I would take Mu Wanning towards the light. I would escape from this world. A smile spread across Mu Wanning's lips, full of sarcasm. It will. I suddenly said. It will give you the best outcome. The college entrance exam is getting closer. Mu Wanning went to school. She specifically brought back the news to tell me. She went with me to buy school supplies. What are you standing there for? Mu Wanning finished the paperwork. She turned to look at me still standing there. Frowned. Didn't you buy everything? I glanced at Lin Zixuan, whose face was downcast. His friends were still saying something in the background. It was just too far away. I couldn't hear clearly. None. I hurriedly followed. After stepping out, Mu Wanning saw the milk tea shop across the street. You want to drink some? I see you really like drinking milk tea. You just. I pointed to Lin Zixuan inside the shop. It was somewhat hard to believe. Gu Wanyu had no expression on her face. I smiled at her with pursed lips. Want to drink? When Mu Wanning went to buy milk tea, my soul gradually fell back into my body. Just now, Lin Zixuan encountered Mu Wanning once again. He flashed his trademark smile and greeted Mu Wanning. What a coincidence. I ran into you again. I haven't even moved on. Then I heard Mu Wanning coldly say a sentence. I don't feel happy about running into you. We aren't that familiar. Lin Zixuan's tears immediately welled up in his eyes. I was also taken aback. Mu Wanning shoved the milk tea into my hands. Then she walked ahead without looking back. I've been chasing after Mu Wanning for a while. When I finally stood beside her, Mu Wanning's pace gradually slowed down. I will pick up my pace. Our exam rooms aren't too far apart, right? I leaned in to chat with someone. You're on the 3rd floor. I'm on the 1st floor. Can you wait for me after the exam? Mu Wan Ning furrowed her brows at me. After a moment, she said. The eve of the college entrance exam. I stand in the corridor, pacing back and forth. She was very anxious. I only have 24 hours left before my life ends. If I can survive, Gu Wanyu's task is halfway done. I can completely escape from the original setting. A brand new Mu Wanning will emerge. You're awake in the middle of the night. What are you swaying? Gu Wanyu is wearing a white long dress. It looks like she's going downstairs to buy something. I recoiled slightly. Turning my head, I saw Mu Wanning's long, soft hair, neatly framing her brows and eyes. But her eyes are incredibly sharp. Even when relaxed, there's an inexplicable sense of pressure. I'm nervous. Gu Wanyu looked at me for a long time with her head lowered. Should we go downstairs for a walk? Mu Wanning walked alongside me. She could tell that I was preoccupied. She's never good at comforting others. When she wanted to say a few words, she looked down and met my gaze. At the same time, we spoke. It was a bit awkward. I scratched my head. You go ahead and speak first. Mu Wanning didn't mind either. With one hand in my pocket. No need to worry. You'll always have school-related matters. I felt uncomfortable hearing this. Mu Wanning also looked annoyed. What I mean is, I know. I looked up and smiled at the kid. My grades are not good. You don't need to improve. But I will work hard to apply to Jiang University. I want to be with you. Mu Wanning tightened her hand. Actually, Jiang University isn't that great either. The normal school in Jiang City is also not bad. It's not too far from Jiang University. What were you about to say just now? What do you think of me? When I asked this question, the tone was all in the noodles. Mu Wan Ning pressed her lips together. Not that great. I chuckled. I completely forgot. Mu Wanning is the best at saying one thing and meaning another. Not great at all. When I said this, just take it that she's being sarcastic. I looked down at her and asked, are you still planning to major in computer science? Ahu. I said, if. I glanced at her. I cautiously probed. If you meet someone gentler than me, more handsome than me, and someone who can talk better than me, would you like him? I don't know. My eyelids suddenly drooped. He Yen replied with a soft, I want to go back. I stopped my steps. I turned and was about to leave. What do you mean by, I don't know? That means you don't like me. That's quite normal too. Mu Wanning is vengeful and narrow-minded. How could someone develop feelings for a person for such minor benefits? Mu Wanning felt that I left with a very aggrieved figure. I walked slowly. It was as if I were waiting for myself to catch up. But she didn't. It's not good to deceive oneself. She was afraid that after catching up, all of which are my own experiences, then I might as well keep a little dignity. I was so angry at home that I was hitting the pillow, venting all my pent-up anger. What kind of person is this? Truly, they are not just an strength target. I lay in bed, feeling the heavy autumn atmosphere. If I fail, I will have to go back and complete 10-level tasks. This is really annoying. My mind is filled with images from when I was doing tasks. I forget quickly. When the feelings fade, many heart-wrenching things can calm down in a month. I will be very clear about it. This is just a game. But I am a bit caught up. No matter who I become, this place is not my home. There's no true place for me to belong. I originally came to this world full of joy. But now that joy has mostly disappeared, All that's left is endless despair. Host, you cried. The system assistant reminded me in my ear. I wiped away my tears. I sniffed. Am I not even allowed to be sad? Do you know how much it hurts to die? You might not even die. The little assistant said quietly from the side. I mumbled something, and then it all came out. Clearly, the values of the targets used to be fixed. How is it like this one? Alright. I get annoyed just mentioning it. Muttered something. What good is it to you? That's only because you don't have enough points. The little assistant retorted. I advised you back then. To tackle this level task, you need to save up more points. To keep on hand for emergencies. You didn't listen. Alright. I'm being humble. I hold a pillow tightly against my ears. Just go away. Don't talk. Wan Ning was afraid I'd oversleep. She came knocking at my door early in the morning. She also urged me to pack my things. Don't forget your admission ticket and other items. I am in a daze. I had many things I wanted to ask. But in the end, I didn't say anything. Wan Ning rode her bike, taking me along. She seems to have gotten used to it a bit. The hand around my waist is still warm, tightening from time to time. Focus on studying. I stand at the door of the classroom, hearing Wan Ning say this plan. Wan Ning. I see she's about to leave. I called out aloud. Seeing her turn around, I suddenly hugged her into my arms. The sudden hug made Wan Ning's body. I just held her. Wan Ning endured for a long time. She reached out to touch my head. I am trembling. She thought I was nervous. Her voice was gentle. Don't be nervous. Skip the questions you can't answer. Save them to do at the end. She paused. She added another sentence. Don't fall asleep. I hummed a sound. I looked at her and said something inexplicable. I hope you're doing well. No matter what you do, I will support you in everything you do. You will remember me, right? What are you talking about? Wan Ning frowned slightly. Keep it up. I stepped back a few paces. I scrambled into the classroom. Wan Ning couldn't make sense of what I said. Once she entered her exam room, she immediately saw the boy by the window. Lin Zixuan. That boy seemed like he wanted to help her start a conversation. In just a moment, the eyes dimmed. The exam went smoothly. The only thing that wasn't smooth was Gu Wanyu kept frowning while finishing the exam paper. The kid doubted that I could do it. This year's exam paper was a bit too difficult. She pondered for a moment. She left the last big question blank. Up to that point, that went smoothly as well. With the assistant's prompts, we specifically picked a few questions that are relatively difficult. Don't go too far. I know the cutoff score for Zhang University this year. So I've been controlling things online all this time. Not too much. If Wan Ning insists on choosing the computer science department, I would sacrifice my life to accompany the gentleman into the exam. I run fast. I submitted the paper at the first opportunity. I quickly made it to the third floor. Wan Ning was still slowly packing her things in the classroom. I frowned and looked over at Lin Zixuan. The male lead's aura is truly powerful. How the hell can I encounter this? I heard someone muttering. Wan Ning turned to look at the back door. Immediately, I jumped onto her back and hugged her. Wan Ning's face instantly turned a bit red. She shook her body. Let go. I don't. Wan Ning's sleeves were rolled up. Wan Ning started to tear up. Her voice held a chill. I held on to her and refused to let go. I'm so exhausted from the exam. I need to replenish my energy. Wan Ning stopped moving all of a sudden. I saw Lin Zixuan looking over here. Tao Xian curled her lips, taking a deep breath behind Wan Ning, raising an eyebrow. Lin Zixuan felt his breathing was a bit off. Wan Ning is a white-eyed wolf. Gu Wanyu is no good either. They really are a perfect match. Lin Zixuan arrogantly lifted his head. I'm leaving. The classroom gradually emptied. Wan Ning felt her body heating up. Miao had a tense expression, not letting the boy behind her notice anything unusual. Is it done? As soon as he opened his mouth, Wan Ning felt her voice was hoarse to others. I should have no more harm now. Pulling a chair and sitting in front of him. Her body lay on the table. This big question seems quite difficult. Wan Ning nodded. What should we eat for lunch today? I want to eat the rice bowl from the door. I said. Wan Ning touched her pocket. Then let's go eat. I was talking at the dining table about how to tackle the exercises. His eyes lit up. Wan Ning naturally picked the meat from her rice bowl and placed it into my plate. Fortunately, I didn't notice anything unusual in what I said. Gu Wanyu watched me put a piece of meat in my mouth. Smiling with her eyes slightly narrowed. Gu Wanyu lowered her gaze and said nothing. I'll go to the restroom for a moment. I stood up. I brushed my short sleeves. As soon as I left Wan Ning, her expression changed. Our relationship felt like a game of strategy. A sudden confrontation. A single misstep. Every move resulted in a loss. Each step was filled with hardship. Is this your wallet? I heard someone speaking next to me. I snapped back to reality. I turned my head and saw the girl's clean face. Ha, Mu Wanning's temperament is different. It's truly done purely. Her brows and eyes were gentle. So gentle it made my heart skip a beat. I looked at the wallet in her hand. I nodded slightly thank you. The girl smiled. You're welcome. I took a few more glances. Because this woman is the main character, Shinyu. Is it pretty? Suddenly, someone asked me that. I instinctively replied. It's pretty. After saying that, I mechanically turned my head back. And met Mu Wanning's deep gaze. I'm doomed. Mu Wanning licked her implant. Her words were sharp. Did I disturb you while watching her? I'm sorry. When Mu Wanning said this, her brows lifted slightly. She turned and left. I suddenly understood. I hurriedly chased after her. I'm not. What I mean is. Move aside. Gu Wanyu pushed me aside. I saw she had already left. I felt completely uneasy. When I took out my wallet to pay, the boss told me. This table has pointed to money 7. I was taken aback and hurriedly ran outside. I had long known I was superficial. It was Wan Ning who stomped hard on a stone on the ground, kicked into the sewer entrance. Just now, Meow felt that I had been away too long. She feared that something might have delayed me. Just as she passed by, she saw me gazing at the back of the girl who had just left. She didn't clearly see that person's face. She only felt that the person had a great figure, dressed in designer brands. Her voice was also pleasant when she spoke to those around her. She seemed to have a good temperament. The boys nearby would also secretly sneak glances at her. In conclusion, Shen Wanning thought that the girl must be quite attractive. At that moment, feelings stirred in my chest. I followed her with a sense of grievance. Not a word was spoken. Shen Wanning didn't say anything either. When she was about to go to the exam room, I finally grabbed her sleeve. I explained. That person. She looks very similar to a celebrity I know. So, I don't need to explain. Mu Wanning coldly pushed my hand away. With a blank expression. I'm not interested in any of this also. I saw her expression just now. I thought she was jealous. Forget it. This kind of emotion definitely wouldn't exist in her. Thinking about that negative 99 favorability score, I let out a snort of laughter. Overthinking it. I have 5 hours left until my doom. I leaned on the table, feeling down. These 5 hours. Time drags on slowly. I thought back and forth. Mu Wanning probably has no reason to want to kill me now. As for her towards Mu Wanning, not to mention anything else, during this time of feeding, favorability score, I've done quite a lot for her. It doesn't make sense. After I finished my last exam, I anxiously waited at the door for Mu Wanning. When Mu Wanning finally appeared, she noticed that I wasn't feeling well. After pondering for a moment, I thought it might be because of her overly strong attitude at noon. As soon as I heard it, she also thought about it. There was really no need for her to be angry. I am like a wind pen hanging high in the sky. The string was given by me. It might run off at any moment, not leaving a trace behind for her. Mu Wanning bit her teeth. She felt it was particularly unfair. She was like a fish on a chopping board, at the mercy of others. Let's go. Mu Wanning came out pushing her bicycle. I didn't go up. Standing beside, I shook my head. Can I walk back with you? Mu Wanning did not hesitate. She beckoned me over. It seemed like I had a lot to say, but I always hesitated to speak. Today, in fact, the charm had already faded. Mu Wanning didn't ask me out, but being with her was no different than a ticking time bomb. Let me ask you. I looked at her and asked, what do we even call our relationship? Mu Wanning frowned. What do you think? I don't know. Mu Wanning's heart has already sunk. Didn't you previously insist that you were her girlfriend? I have no idea about this. Suit yourself. Mu Wanning spoke right away, especially irritable. I don't know what to say. Mu Wanning saw me and said nothing. It's been a long time. She turned her head and asked, are you done playing around? What? Now you want to say to me, you were nice to me before, just to say something like abandoning me, right? I didn't. I got anxious. My mind is very chaotic right now, a mix of various emotions. Mu Wanning said something in a light-hearted way. It made my thoughts even more tangled. It's up to you. After Mu Wanning finished speaking this sentence, a painful discomfort in my chest. My head was filled with overwhelming reminders, going up and down unpredictably. It nearly made my head explode. So, I stood still, painfully motionless. Mu Wanning didn't have the slightest intention to look at me again. She just got on her bike and left. A building that has long been used to leaving me behind. I've also long been used to watching her back. However, this big event happened unexpectedly. I can't understand why it became so troublesome in an instant. The level of affection dropped at that moment of gathering. I stood there in a daze for a long time. What does this mean? I asked. The system assistant was also very confused. Suddenly reset to 0. What does the target of the strategy think? Only Mu Wanning knows. The child is thinking. Let's just be strangers from now on. About what happened before. Completely cleared. Just treat it as if this person never existed. I can't make sense of it. I also don't want to go home. Wan Ning didn't know why she was standing by the window. Looking down. She never saw my figure. She must have gone back. He got bored of it. Enough steal. It's also time to return to her own place. Wan Ning felt that even swallowing saliva was a struggle now. She hated herself for knowing it was a trap yet still stepping in. It was 8 o'clock at night. I stood 10 paces away from the place where I was supposed to die in the original setting. There was no Wan Ning here. I survived. I was a bit dazed. Get a grip. There was still half an hour left. I blinked. I didn't know whether to cry or laugh. Surviving meant the mission wasn't over yet. I still had to keep appearing by Wan Ning's side, to prevent her from turning dark. This could be considered a good outcome. I turned to leave. I heard a startled cry from the alley. I hurried over. I instinctively walked towards the alley. What I saw was, the pretty boy lead was surrounded in a corner by a group of unruly thugs. They were shouting and flailing. I called for help. I was burning with anxiety. What is this scenario? Gu Shiyan. The pretty boy saw someone coming at the alley entrance. For a moment, he was delighted. He quickly called out. That group of rascals turned to look at me. One of them called out in surprise. Yen Gu. Lin Zixuan's face suddenly turned dark. He said tremulously, "Did you bring these people here?" "Sure Yen." I stared at the rascal's face. After thinking back and forth, I didn't know who this person was. "What are you all doing?" I furrowed my brows. The little rascal rubbed his hands together. "Our boss wants to invite him over to have some fun." Who knew he wouldn't accept the toast and would rather take the punishment drink? The rascal pulled out some cigarettes. Yen passed by. I heard that brother Yen doesn't think much of this kid either. How about today? We let hard brother deal with him first. You guys brought him. I hadn't finished my sentence. Someone patted my shoulder. Upon seeing Wan Ning, the strings in my head are broken. 7. Wan Ning saved me. Lin Zixuan didn't know where he got the strength from. He actually broke through the crowd and rushed towards me. I was knocked over by him with a lot of force. Lin Zixuan ran to 7G Wan Ning. Meanwhile, I was helped up by a thug nearby. "Are you looking for trouble?" "Yen Gu. Does it hurt?" "No more talking. Hold this guy down." "What are you all doing? Are you all here to eat?" The thug hadn't finished speaking. Suddenly, I thought of a motive. "This matter. I didn't do it," I said with a frown. Pushed the hooligan aside. Withdrawal of 1003 net. Lin Zixuan looked terrified and was trembling over there. It made my heart skip a beat. Wan Ning gently patted Lin Zixuan to comfort him. She softly said a few words. "I'll go home with you." The little thug refused to back down. "Need to stop." I slapped him hard across the face. "The air pressure is frighteningly low, brother Yen." He looked utterly incredulous. I gritted my teeth. It creaked. "If you can't speak, then don't say anything. And don't let me see you again." "Yen Gu, why are you?" "You're public, Shige." "Shut up." I was holding my exam bag. I was dejected. Wan Ning was walking down the street. She suddenly remembered the way I looked at her just now. Intricate and tangled. It made people sad. The fire was difficult. "What just happened?" Wan Ning asked. She deliberately lowered her tone a bit. Lin Zixuan looked at her stubbornly. "After I got out of school, they blocked my way, and forcibly dragged me into alley 7. I didn't provoke them at all." "Really? Do you think it could be Gu Shiyan who did it?" Lin Zixuan said. "I don't even know why. He seems to really hate me. That group of people also knows Shiyan. Apart from him, I really can't think of anyone else who would use such methods against me. Why do you think he would do such a cruel thing? He wants to ruin me." Every word Lin Zixuan said was an accusation. It wasn't him. When Shen Weining said this, she was very resolute. Lin Zixuan was taken aback. He sounded a bit hoarse. "Have you forgotten what he did to you before? This kind of tactic he has used on countless people. I even heard back when I was in middle school that he drove a young girl to a mental hospital." Gu Weining listened for a long time. I feel a bit dazed. The instinct of not believing Lin Zixuan's honest words. "But these things I have indeed done. Let me help you get a taxi." Wan Qing reached out to hail a taxi. Lin Zixuan stood still. "Aren't you coming home with me? I still have things to do. They probably won't chase after me anymore." Wan Qing thought. She took 10 yuan from her pocket and handed it to the driver. She left Lin Zixuan and walked straight back. I didn't go far. I just sat at the entrance of the alley, quietly. That group of thugs had already left. When I looked at Wan Qing, my eyes brightened, but then quickly dimmed. Wan Qing still came. It was at 8:25. I took a deep breath and stood up. I dusted off my clothes. Wan Qing. I didn't do this. I insisted on restating it again. Even though I understand The things that Mu Wanqing is sure about are hard to change. Mu Wan Ning spoke with a stern tone. She just stared directly at me. I know. I really wasn't a good person in the past. I won't deny that. But I really have changed. When I said this, my eyes were slightly red. I had no reason to target Lin Zixuan at all. Really. Mu Wan Ning took a step forward. I stepped back. Are you here to take revenge for him? I lowered my head. I'm afraid of pain. Mu Wanning. Can you? Let me choose a more comfortable way to die. Are you out of your mind? Gu Shiyan. Mu Wan Ning laughed in anger. I looked up. I was somewhat astonished. No. I wanted to say, weren't you here to kill me? But when the words were on the tip of my tongue, I suddenly understood. I am different from the original setting. My tone is different. My tone has changed. Didn't you say you didn't want me anymore? Who said that? I smiled brightly. I wiped my face randomly and asked. You just left me here by myself. And also, you just rode off this afternoon. Mu Wanning thinks I'm the kind of person. Rapid mood swings. Just a second ago, she looked utterly miserable. The next moment I was hugging my arms. Mu Wanning's heart was racing uncontrollably because of me. She gazes at me with her eyes. And we were standing very close together. The girl's breath was somewhat unsteady. Her breath misted on my face. You're the one who said you were tired of it first. You're talking nonsense. A line of pressure. I immediately let out a curse. Isn't that just slander? I wish Mu Wanning would just like me. Just be wrapped up in me. I have no interest in arguing with Lin Zixuan. Compete with the male lead. How great is that? You say one more curse word to me. Mu Wanning grabbed my face with one hand. I was tugged by her, wincing in pain. I'm not going to say anything. I recognize colors. I'm just happy. Even if Mu Wanning scolds me now, I would still be happy. Compared to being torn apart. What does this count as? Mu Wanning said, tapping my head. Gu Shishir. I'm not a toy. I never said you were. You're flirting with me. I was just an employee. It's best this way. In this back and forth. Mu Wanning's eyes deepened a bit. I have severe paranoia. I have issues. Hui Wanning said each word slowly. It's a very serious mental illness. I'm sensitive and suspicious. My emotions are unstable. I lack a sense of security. I'm not a good person. What you said before, that you want to be with me for a lifetime. I was really naive. Ji Wanning said. Before, we wiped all feelings clean from now on. Let's start over. If you don't like me, we can just act like strangers. Even classmates who have just met. But if you want to burden me again, I will like you. Being liked by me is not a good thing. From the original setup, being liked by Mu Wanning is indeed not a good thing. But I am not afraid of her. Anyway, for the sake of the mission, I like you. I said. Mu Wanning looked at me, trying to figure something out. But she didn't. My eyes told her. This matter. I said it from the heart. Which means at least at this moment, I really like you. F was embraced in a second. Mu Wanning's lips pressed closer. She lowered her gaze, deepening the kiss. I held my breath for a moment. I felt the breeze gently. The moonlight is gentle. Going home. I held Mu Wanning's hand. I heard the affinity value stayed at 10. I felt surprised. She became my girlfriend. Received a kiss. Such a warm thing. She only had an affinity level of 10. Xing reached 100. It won't be until the year of the monkey or the month of the horse. Mu Wanning has never liked anyone. But at this moment, I inexplicably want to belong to her. Dating someone like this. What can I say? When I was holding 2 admission letters, I was cradling my face, thinking about how to show off. Mu Wanning's affection level stays at 1 point a day. Sometimes, it even shows affection values like 0.1. The system was dumbfounded. But Mu Wanning has become quite popular. She's definitely the standard model of a good girlfriend. She plans to earn money during the summer to change her living expenses. But every time I go home after doing Jay-Z, I always pick up some little trinkets. For example, the milk tea I like. The chicken restaurant I enjoy eating at. You started dating the guy downstairs. Hui Wanning is off today. She heard me say I wanted to go out. So she started preparing to go out early in the morning. Yi Qing's words made Mu Wanning's body. She lowered her eyes. It's quite normal to be discovered by her mother. She hummed in response. I heard Yi Qing ask again. That young man must come from a wealthy family, right? You should go. Yi Qing sighed as she said this. Ji Wanning didn't speak and closed the door quietly. I had been waiting in the hallway for a long time. Seeing her come down, I couldn't help but smile. But Mu Wanning was very silent. I tilted my head to look at her. Did you have a fight with your mom? There was some skin. You're not happy. Mu Wanning glanced at me. I felt like a worm in her stomach. Every time I could see through her deliberate disguise. I was overthinking. Mu Wanning casually took my hand. Have you been in touch with your family recently? Wan Ning suddenly asked. I held her hand tightly. What I said was nothing. People from Xinjiang. Wan Ning pinched my finger joint. The skin has broken joyfully. There indeed is. I'm really annoyed. I got accepted into Jiangda. My father seems to have suddenly woken up. Not only did he buy back my villa, he's also urging me to go home and take a look. I definitely don't want to go back. Wan Ning has been in a low mood all day today. I haven't seen her looking good at all. Now their fondness for each other has reached 30. I feel happy every day I see Wan Ning. Although I don't understand if it's from the heart, or how it is. It doesn't matter anymore. I swung my legs back and forth on the park bench. Wan Ning suddenly asked. Why do you think? I will kill you. The smile on my face instantly faded. I somewhat understand. This method was also my idea. Reminding her every day will help her let go of this thought. I didn't expect it to lead to gossip now. However, why did she suddenly ask this? I instinctively nudged to the side. It can't be. Has she developed a murderous intent again? During that time, I watched some news. I forced myself to write more than I should. Later, I had a nightmare. I dreamed that you killed me. You chopped me into pieces. Because the dream felt too real. So I was very afraid it would become real. Wan Ning didn't say a word. I brought the drink to her face. You try it. Especially sweet. Wan Ning looked at me all day. She had seen through my thoughts long ago. In my hopeful gaze. Drink arrow. It is indeed very sour. She has become quite skinny. Wan Ning felt that being with me. She always lost track of time. Before I knew it, the day to report to Jiang University arrived. Gu Qingshou followed me to the dormitory. When I opened the door, there were already a few guys inside. I couldn't help but hold my breath when I saw Wan Ning. She took a look around. Let's sleep here. I nodded obediently. Wan Qing remembers how messy my home is. In her eyes, I am just motionless. So I got the bedding from the dormitory. Help me make the bed. Put the luggage away. I will head to the dorm first. I watched her busy, bustling figure. Blushing and heartbeat racing. Even though I've pursued so many targets. But to go this far. Wan Qing is truly the first one, no wonder. No wonder Lin Zixuan didn't want to let go of Wan Qing when he was in love. Who can withstand this? Once Wan Qing left, those roommates seized the opportunity to ask. Is she your sister? My girlfriend. I said this with pride. My roommates looked at me with envy. I enjoyed it. Is she also in this university? What major is she in? The same major as mine. I study computer science. That's when I thought of the dormitory communication DF. Spoke up on their own. Hello to you all. My name is Gu Shiyan. I'm very happy. How long has it been? The dormitory door was pushed open once again. I exchanged a glance with Lin Zixuan outside the door. Our eyes met. It felt like sparks could fly. Lin Zixuan's body went stiff. He frowned. Stepping out of the dorm, I took a look at the door number. Entering the door, doubting my life again. That's wonderful. Volunteered to come and supervise. I want to see what kind of storm he can stir up. A smile played at the corners of my lips. With a calculating look on his face. We really are fated to meet. Do you two know each other? The boy from just now asked. Lin Zixuan wants to go in right now. Is there anything more terrifying than sharing a dorm with a little devil? We know each other. I nodded. With an innocent look. A smile at the corners of my lips. Our Zixuan has a very kind heart. If you need anything in the future, you can find Zheng. He is over on our side. He has the title of a disciplinary committee member. Lin Zixuan was shaking with anger. This person is complimenting him. But every word feels like a mockery to him. You all. I patted his shoulder when I was about to leave. I went to hang out with my girlfriend. When Wan Ning left, the dorm was already full. Only the last bed was left. As she was laying out the bedding, I peered inside and observed. That group of girls also boldly asked. Handsome. Who are you looking for? Wan Ning looked over in that direction. She frowned. What are you doing here? You've really come, Bowie. I'm curious. Wan Ning didn't even bother to set up her bed. She jumped down and grabbed my hand. I was holding a few cups of cola. Smiling at all the friends around. Nice to meet you. I am Wan Ning's boyfriend. Please enjoy these drinks. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you, big brother. Wan Ning didn't think there was anything to be grateful for in these words. She reached out and grabbed my arm. Upon seeing the door move, she immediately pulled me to her side. Outside, 3 girls were standing around. I was momentarily stunned by the girl who had already come in. Shen Yu. Is it such a coincidence? Shen Yu might have arrived early. Everyone in the dorm knows each other now. That group of people immediately greeted her. Sister Yu. Her boyfriend came to bring her cola. Shen Yu took a glance. A smile appeared on her face. It's you. Wan Ning tightened her grip. Shen Yu pointed at herself and said. Do you remember me? It's because I checked your wallet. A famous restaurant. Of course, I know. You're welcome. I smiled back at Shinyu. Wan Ning stared at Shinyu for a long time. Then she remembered what had happened. She immediately pulled me and walked outside. Aren't you hungry? I'll take you out to eat. I was pulled along in confusion. I greeted her roommate. I quickly followed her side by side. Wan Ning felt constricted. That girl is wealthy and well-matched. Just by looking at her, you can tell she's something else with younger boys. Wan Ning pulled me into the hallway. Then she playfully bit me. I was reluctant to leave. What's that? Is that girl pretty? She's not as pretty as you. I learned it thoroughly. I can be sure of it now. Wan Ning is definitely jealous. Did you check the class assignment list? Wan Ning changed the subject. It was then that I remembered. Taking pictures with my phone. I pulled out my phone. Wan Ning bought a phone for herself with her work earnings. But she hasn't quite adjusted yet. I heard that from her roommate as well. Don't look at it. We are not in the same class. Wan Ning felt annoyed. We need to see. I immediately felt frustrated after watching it. What is going on? I've worked hard for my studies. Yet, I still ended up in the same class as Wan Ning. It's just like the same vibe as before. A love triangle. Just threw me out. The class schedules for both classes are different. I'm in the same dorm as Lin Zixian. I suddenly said. Wan Ning lifted her eyelids. I gave a soft I pulled her and said. I could deal with him. Why are you staring at him? That thing that Lin Zixian caused before. Wan Ning didn't ask for details either. He always sways in front of you. I don't like it. I clenched my fists. If I find out you two have been in contact. He is done for. Wan Ning chuckled. He must be trying to corner me. I said. You cannot get too close to that bad woman, did you hear that? Wan Ning especially likes me this way. Make her feel that I care about her a lot. I filled my baotou to the brim. Wan Ning ruffled my hair. High school and university are different. After military training every day. A group of teenage girls chattering in the dorm. There are no books to read. When she relaxes, Wan Ning seems particularly uncomfortable. I just feel like I should find a zone. Started to get busy. Sigh. Wan Ning. Come on, tell me how you met your boyfriend. How did you meet your boyfriend? High school classmates. That's really nice. Not so good. Wan Ning was curious and asked. If I haven't changed at all, she might hate this person to death. But now, she is a bit unable to live without him now. Have you two, you know, which? Wan Ning glanced over. Shinyu said from the side. Okay, why talk about others' private matters? Am I not reminding Ningjie here? Boys become bad when they get to college. My boyfriend and I broke up right after graduation. So annoying. Wan Ning frowned. After thinking for a while, I finally understood what that was. Her face darkened. I was in the dorm. Ignoring everything around me. The male lead's charm has already shown itself. I don't know what Lin Zixian said behind my back. I can feel my roommate's distance. That's good. I really don't want to deal with these people. Just keep an eye on Lin Zixian and Wan Ning, that's enough. How did you meet your girlfriend? When my roommate asked this question, there was a hint of mockery in the tone. My mood was slightly off. I raised my eyebrows. She loves me. So, I just went along with her. Really? Those boys laughed. I supported my forehead. Otherwise, what? I warned 71. I looked at Lin Zixian. Why don't you ask him? At that time, he even caught me with my girlfriend. He said I was forcing her to be my girlfriend. What did my girlfriend say later? Lin Zixian didn't want to talk anymore. Everyone's gaze was on him. I smiled with a smirk. My girlfriend said. She wasn't familiar with him. Let him pester her 7. What nonsense are you talking? Lin Zixian suddenly got angry. Did I say anything ridiculous? I straightened up. I wonder who it was. Who keeps bothering my girlfriend every day? Each time is a different perspective of justice. Why does my flirting sound so bad when it comes out of your mouth? My roommates looked at me. I looked at you. I didn't know what to say. Gu Shiyan. Don't go too far. Lin Zixian's eyes turned red. He stood up. I don't even know who is causing trouble on campus every day. Speak honestly. How many times have you hit Wan Ning? Shouldn't I have doubts about you? Who knows if that group of thugs during the college entrance exam were brought by you? You're just so disgusting. What's wrong? Relying on having 2 coins at home. You just stir up trouble all day long. Did I say something wrong? My gaze has already turned cold. Humph, everyone laughed. So what if I hit her? Isn't it true that she still likes me? Which one? I tried to show goodwill so many times, yet still got rejected. Also, don't throw dirty water on me. Those gangsters have nothing to do with me. You should really think about it. What emotional debt are you trying to settle? It's just retribution, I guess. Lin Zixian was about to speak back. I reached out and tapped my lips. Alright. Don't talk anymore. If you say more, I'll get annoyed. I'm not someone you can mess with. After I had a fight with Lin Zixuan in the dorm, my roommate started to figure things out. I'm not a good person. And Lin Zixuan has it rough too. Knowing full well she has a boyfriend, she still tries to get close. What else could this be but a bitch? I don't care about these rumors in the first place. I only care about Mu Wanning's thoughts. But Lin Zixuan is not that carefree. His surname has always been outstanding since childhood. No matter where he goes, he is always pampered by others. He has repeatedly hit obstacles with me. He has even been turned against me. It's clearly my fault. Why? Zixuan, are you having trouble adapting to school? Shinyu saw him lost in thought. He seemed distracted. His voice was incredibly gentle. Or did something happen to you at school? No. Lin Zixuan shook his head. I'm just not in a good mood. Speak up, let me hear it. Shinyu and Lin Zixuan grew up together. Childhood sweethearts. Due to family background reasons. She has a mature personality. She also cares for Lin Zixuan a bit more. In high school, he went to a prestigious private school in Jiangcheng, while Lin Zixuan went to Yizhong. They finally got together during their university years. In his eyes, Lin Zixuan is a kind boy who has been good-hearted since he was young. If one must point out a fault, it would be that he is too kind. Lin Zixuan held his chopsticks tightly. His face darkened terrifyingly. Shinyu rarely frowned, but seeing his expression added a bit more coldness to her demeanor. What happened? Shinyu quickly pulled out a tissue from her pocket and handed it over. Sister Yu, do you think I'm particularly unlikable? Who said that? Shinyu hurriedly asked. Is it that you don't get along with your roommates? I don't want that either. Lin Zixuan felt extremely wronged. No matter how carefree his personality was, he still noticed a subtle distance from his roommates. Sometimes, she could hear her roommates chatting at the doorway, but as soon as he stepped inside, their voices would fall abruptly silent. I used to know a boy, and he really didn't like me. If I have to say that I want to steal his girlfriend, he is now sharing a dorm with me, talking bad about me to the roommates. Now the whole dorm is ignoring me. The more Lin Zixuan talked, the worse he felt. Is there really such a thing? Shinyu immediately got upset. Lin Qinyan is kind, but that doesn't mean anyone can bully him. What is his name? I went to talk to him. Shinyu immediately couldn't sit still. She grabbed Lin Zixuan and was ready to leave. Lin Zixuan sniffed, pulling at her arm. Sister Yu, don't do that. I don't want to cause trouble. Let them say what they want. I'm fine with it. It's okay. Do you know that words from others can be frightening? Shinyu let out a cold laugh. At such a young age, she really knows how to stir up trouble. Doesn't he love to talk? I'll just see what he says in front of me. I strolled around the cafeteria. The girl next to me, Mu Wanqing, was paying attention to my eyes. I wear my thoughts on my face. Mu Wan Ning said, don't you want to eat anything? Why not go to another cafeteria? I smirked. This cafeteria is the closest to the dorm. We've been training all morning. I'm almost dead tired. Alright. I don't want to settle. I turned and said to Mu Wan Ning. I heard there's a place nearby that makes really delicious double skim milk. I think. Before I finished my sentence, I saw the golden couple over there. Lin Zixuan and Shinyu standing together. The two of them aren't in an awkward relationship yet. Although it seems a bit unclear. But in reality, no one had thought about this layer yet. It was Mu Wan Ning's appearance, continuously flattering the male lead. It sparked Shinyu's possessiveness, thus revealing her true nature. Guo Wan Ning noticed I hadn't moved. I asked suspiciously, don't you want to say you're going to eat double skim milk? I pointed my chin slightly. Mu Wanning then followed my gaze. She looked a bit confused. What? Our boy Xian. He really matches well with the girl next to him. I crossed my arms. I sighed. Mu Wanning noticed Shinyu next to him. She instinctively grabbed my hand and said, what's so good about them? Hey. Wanning. Shinyu suddenly met Mu Wanning's gaze. She strode towards them. Is there something going on? Mu Wanning's expression remained calm. I gave a provocative glance at Lin Zixuan next to him. I quietly intertwined my fingers with Mu Wanning's. There's a strong sense of possessiveness. Mu Wanning curled her lips slightly. Only when she saw Lin Zixuan. Would she be so clingy? Which dorm is your boyfriend in? Mu Wanning bit her lip. Is he in the same dorm as your boyfriend? Her words are reminding me as well. This person is good looking. But they are taken. Boyfriend. Shinyu was taken aback for a moment. Lin Zixuan, who was beside her, immediately reacted. No, that's not it. What male friend? This is my younger brother. I heard he was bullied in the dorm. I want to find a way to support him. You just said. He shares a dorm with your boyfriend. Help him out. I found it amusing. You might as well say you're playing with fire. Who bullied him? Helping out in this matter. I'm quite skilled at it. Lin Zixuan's shoulders clearly shook. Jiu Yu's gaze was on me. It carried a hint of surprise. Stop messing around. Wan Ning scolded softly. Who doesn't know what I was like in high school? He's unruly and doesn't have any proper manners. It's not easy to keep it in check now. Firstly, speaking of Zishuan's brother, given our friendship, I won't allow anyone to dare bully you. I furrowed my brows, smiling joyfully. Sister Yu, let's go. Lin Zishuan tugged at Shen Yu's sleeve. He kept his head down. Shen Yu was determined to stand up for Lin Zishuan. Her expression turned gloomy. Since you are in the same dorm, then please tell me, how do the people in your dorm talk about Zishuan behind his back? It can be eaten. Zishuan is a kind-hearted person. He is easily bullied. He is very kind. I also agree with this statement. But sometimes excessive kindness is a sin. I don't know about that. I had a confused expression. I think the atmosphere in our dorm is quite harmonious. I don't know why, Xiao Zishuan, you think someone is bad-mouthing you behind your back. Could it be that? What shameful things have you done? Exposed by someone. You are talking nonsense, Gu Shiyan. It's all because of you. What are you pretending to be here? When I finished talking to June, Lin Zishuan finally couldn't hold back. His body trembled with anger. Tell your sister. What's going on here? When Shen Yu saw him like this, she understood. Mu Weining glanced at me with a frown. Seeing my indifferent expression, her eyebrows still showed a hint of anger. Haisu pulled someone behind him. Lin Zishuan refused to speak. He just kept pulling Shen Yu along. I smacked my lips. This indeed has a bit of a cruel male antagonist vibe. Your name is Gu Shiguan, right? I want to talk to you. Look at the female lead. She can still remain calm in this situation. With a smile on her face. Even if that smile isn't very pleasant. No need, Sister Yu. Alright. I walked around Mu Weining, nodding in agreement. A few people lived in a quiet milk tea shop. I had no realization of having done anything wrong at all. Sipping the milk tea through the straw, looking like a satisfied cat. Is it you? Mu Wan Ning took advantage of the two while they were ordering. She lowered their voice and asked in my ear. What? I evaluated with my eyes. I opened my eyes wide. With a completely innocent expression. Wan Ning nearly got past it. She tapped my forehead. When I mentioned sharing a dorm with Lin Zishuan, she privately thought it was not good. As a result, it hasn't even been a few days. And someone got bullied to tears. I also turned around a bag. Frowning, I muttered. This matter. It's not my fault. Shen Yu let Lin Zishuan stay inside. Then she sat opposite me in a side position. Why are you targeting Lin Zishuan? When Shen Yu said this, there was a bit of coldness. I pondered. No matter how arrogant you are, how can I have this kind of luck by my side? I have an antagonist. Everything is worry-free. I add a touch of flavor. Laughing freely. I'm willing. Shen Yu's brows suddenly furrowed. Just now, Lin Zishuan briefly spoke to her. I actually am that person who mistreats both men and women, Gu Shiring. This surprised Shen Yu quite a bit. I'll make the decision. After all, you will share a bed for 3 years. Let's forget about what happened before. Let's not be good friends anymore and don't quarrel, okay? Is that okay? These 3 words end with a very soft sound. It seemed like begging. It's truly unreasonably gentle. Wan Ning looked at Shen Yu. She took a deep breath. I reacted to her words with indifference. I even handed a cup of Nangui milk tea to Mu Wanning. I can't drink anymore. Only then did I clasp my hands together. Serious as can be. I accept your suggestion. Additionally, don't mess with my girlfriend. The following words are directed at Lin Zishuan. There was a hint of gritted teeth in it. Shen Yu felt that my words were unexpected, but she didn't ask aloud. She looked at me gratefully. Thank you for giving me this face. I'll go to the dormitory to rest first. I hugged Ji Weining and kissed her on the cheek. I didn't. Lin Zishuan added after I left. He added one more sentence. I didn't provoke his girlfriend. He is talking nonsense. Shen Yu sighed. Alright. Don't make a fuss. Didn't you say you would take revenge for me? It was still following Yi Shiyan. What's so good about him? You don't even know. Alright. Shen Yu interrupted him. There's nothing wrong with taking a step back. Besides, weren't you the one who brought up the topic first? If he is looking for trouble for no reason, I definitely won't go easy on him. When Shen Yu returned to the dormitory, she saw Mu Weining in the bathroom, leaning against the door. After thinking for a moment, I said, today seems to be a bit dull. Your boyfriend must be angry, right? What is he angry about? I've never been at a disadvantage. Lin Zishuan isn't anything special. Mu Weining is very confident about this. That's fine then. I plan to invite the dorm to drink tonight. You should bring your boyfriend along. I'll bring Zishuan along. A drink will resolve our grievances. Ji Weining frowned. No way. He doesn't drink. Mu Weining finished this sentence. And added another line. He also doesn't like occasions with Lin Zishuan. What's going on here? March showed interest. She also asked Zishuan in detail. After thinking it over, there really isn't any deep-seated hatred. Mu Weining shook her head. I don't really understand either. He seems to be very targeted towards Lin Zishuan. It seems he was wrong about this matter today. Please apologize to Lin Zishuan on my behalf. The occasion tonight. I won't be going. How can that be? Shinyu has a good temperament. And knows how to navigate social situations. Just a few of us from the dorm are going out to have some fun. We can't leave out those guys, can we? How much is the trip to Ningbo? But she understands this is a necessity for making friends. If I refuse now, it would seem like I'm being rude. In the end, I just nodded. I heard that Mu Wanning is going out for drinks. I patted her clothes. Drink less. Okay. There's no Lin Zishuan, right? I suddenly asked this question. Ji Wanning burst out laughing. You really have a lot of grievances. Every day it's about Lin Zishuan. I don't have any. I realize I'm actually caring too much about him. There's nothing I can do about that. She has the aura of a male lead. One has to be cautious. Just the friends from the dorm. Wan Ning gave me a gentle hug. Hurry back. Then when you come back, buy me a bucket of popcorn. I turned around and hugged Wan Ning. I sneakily slipped 500 yuan into her pocket. Ji Wan Ning gave my cheek a kiss. I said no boys allowed. When Mu Wanning found the private room in the restaurant and saw Lin Zishuan, her expression immediately became somewhat unpleasant. Shen Yu quickly stepped forward. Zi Xian didn't want to go back to the dorm. I don't have many friends here either. So, Wan Ning opened the door and pulled out a chair. It's nothing. The roommates didn't realize that Shin Yu brought a boy along. Just short of being overly grateful. But there's still a way to complain. Lin Zi Xian is indeed a likable person. He got friendly with the roommates before the meal was even halfway through. He. It was quite lively. Mu Weining sat in the corner. She was outside of the commotion. At the end of the dinner party, that group of people, bored, wanted to play truth or dare. Mu Weining couldn't just leave. She could only brace herself and continue playing. During the first round, Mu Weining was chosen 7. Amidst the noise, she chose dare. What was said was, to call her boyfriend and break up with him. To see his reaction, Mu Weining looked at the roommate who asked the question. Shen Yu noticed that the atmosphere had turned cold. She quickly said, don't. Those young couples have a hard time coming together. What's going on? Mu Weining directly grabbed the white liquor from the table. Pouring a full cup, she downed it in one go. In the next round, Mu Weining didn't dare to take a gamble. Even though I had given her a lot of leeway. Before experiencing love. Liang Wanning heard that. Love is passionate and intense. Love is as calm as water. Mu Wanning felt that. Love is like walking on thin ice. She had always immersed herself in tranquility but understood that beneath this calm surface lies a turbulent undercurrent. Mu Wanning drank quickly. And by the time the drinking party ended, her mind was already dizzy. The others were also in no better shape. Lin Zishuan stood beside her, coming to a stop. After a long while, he reached out to tease Mu Wanning. They had drunk so much that they missed the dorm curfew. Shen Yu directly booked 4 rooms. The group marched toward the hotel grandly. Shen Yu couldn't take care of all 7 by herself. Watching Lin Zishuan help people into the car, said a word of advice. To keep an eye on Hui Wanning. Let's go to the hotel first. Report my name. Lin Zishuan sat in the back seat with Mu Wanning. The girls seemed to have already hit her head. It felt horrible. Yang Qi's neck looked particularly beautiful. The overlapping arms of the two transmitted warmth. Mu Wanning looked strikingly beautiful. She casually held a handful of her hair. A smooth, pale forehead was revealed. She looked at the man beside her with bleary eyes. She hesitated for a moment. She called out uncertainly. Lin Zishuan. I'm here. Her voice was pleasantly cool and clear. Lin Zishuan's heart skipped a beat upon hearing it. He quickly replied. Mu Wanning's expression suddenly sharpened. The spiritual energy surged. Driver. Stop the car. The county driver hurriedly parked the car to the side. Afraid she would vomit in the car. What are you doing? Are you feeling very unwell? Mu Wanning stayed silent. We need to leave after getting off at stop 7. Where are you going? Lin Zishuan grabbed her arm. Pulled out by her again. Mo Wanqing. Lin Zishuan stomped his feet in anger. He said. You're drunk. Shen Yu looked for a hotel. I'll take you to rest. No need. Mu Wanqing's head pounded painfully. She stumbled along the road. The driver was calling out to the 2 people behind. Lin Zishuan glanced back. He turned to get the fare and let the driver go first. Then he chased after them again. Mu Wanqing pulled out her phone. 10:07. The curfew has already passed. I couldn't send popcorn to Gu Shiguan anymore. Do you not want to be with me? After Lin Zishuan's series of actions, Luo Qian came back to her senses. He found it hard to believe. Mu Wanqing came to a stop. She turned and looked deeply at him. Heavily spoken. Why? I have saved you many times before. Mu Wanqing was stunned. After a long time, she raised her forehead. As Gu Shiguan's girlfriend. He doesn't like you. Lin Zixuan was momentarily speechless. Eyes widened. Just because of this. People say that Mu Weining is cold as ice. She doesn't care about human feelings. No amount of persuasion will work on her. Lin Zixuan has never envied anyone. But at this moment, he especially envied me. Why should that be? What has he done? That makes Mu Weining think of him so much. Lin Zixuan said from behind. Are you sick, Mu Weining? She treats you like that. And you still like her? Mu Weining flinched slightly. Lin Zixuan couldn't help but say. You probably don't really like Gu Shishir either. I knew him before. He's just playing with a dog. You won't have a good outcome with him. You will. Mu Weining said firmly. There will be a good outcome. I've said it before. You probably don't know that. He has an engagement with Jiang Yuyao. Lin Zixuan doesn't want to say such things either. But he really can't bear to see Mu Wanqing deceived. He took a deep breath. He knew it was wrong to talk bad about others behind their backs. He said a word beforehand. I'm doing this for your own good. He and Jiang Yuyao. They got engaged back in middle school. Everyone in our business circle knows. He's just playing with you real. The anger in Mu Wanqing's eyes surged. She stepped closer to Lin Zixuan step by step. Her gaze was deep. Shut up. I didn't lie to you. Lin Zixuan said with a stiff face. Both families have discussed it. They will get married as soon as Jiang Yuyao returns from abroad. My cousin is the best friend of Jiang Yuzhen's mother. So I know. Mu Wanqing's fists clenched tightly. Lin Zixuan looked at Mu Wanqing, who remained motionless for a long time. He wanted to reach out and pull her. Wan Ning quietly squinted her eyes on the bed. She took a step back. Some things. Don't need you to remind me. Mu Ning's voice was hoarse. She curled her lips. Perhaps I was drunk. Or maybe unwilling to fall behind. She heard her own voice say. He wants to be mine. Then he can only be mine. Whether it's Jiang Yuyao. Or Xin Yu. It was Yi Shi who provoked her first. Wan Ning looked around. She did not see my shadow. She shook her head. She walked down the road. She didn't know where to go. She didn't know who she was waiting for. Lin Zixuan called her name from behind. Mu Ning turned her head back. That person was like a tail, following closely behind her. For some reason, it made Mu Ning feel uneasy. She sighed. She felt stunned. Because it was downwards. She saw someone in pajamas. With a look of disbelief, Chiu got out of the taxi. Her eyes were fixed on her. In that moment, Wan Ning felt. As if her heart was being filled. You're late. But I still came. I was lying in bed, just falling asleep. When I suddenly heard the system alarm blaring. It said that the plot line had been altered. Now the male lead has encountered the target. As soon as I heard this news. I was stunned. Wan Ning even learned to lie. When did those two start matching up? This won't work. I crawled down from the third-floor bathroom stall. I didn't even change my clothes. I just took a taxi directly to the place the system led me to.